Ladies and gentlemen, success is not about achieving something overnight. It's about consistency, determination, and learning from every step you take over the next 6 months. We will break down a plan that can help guide you towards the success you desire. It's about setting clear goals, staying focused, and pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Let's look at how you can achieve this, setting clear, achievable goals. Success begins with clarity. If you don't know where you are going, how will you know when you get there? Setting clear, achievable goals is the first and most crucial step in your success plan. And no, it's not just about setting any goal. It's about setting the right kind of goal. The goal that is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. This method, known as SMART goals, an easy way to break down your big dreams into actionable steps. When you start, take a moment to think about what you want to achieve in the next 6 months. Write it down, make it clear and specific. Don't just say, I want to be successful. Instead, say, I want to increase my sales by 20%, or I want to improve my physical health by exercising 5 times a week. This level of specificity gives you direction and purpose. Once you have your goal in mind, break it down into smaller milestones. Imagine your goal is a big mountain. Now think of the smaller rocks and steps that will help you get to the top. These smaller steps are easier to achieve and they will build momentum as you go along. Also give you a way to measure your progress. Instead of looking at the end goal and feeling look at the small task of you. But the thing, goals alone are not enough. You need to have a clear plan of action. How are you going to get from point A to point B? What daily or weekly habits will you need to develop to move forward? Create a step-by-step plan. For example, if you want to improve your health, your plan might include meal prepping on Sunday, working out on specific days, and tracking your meals. When they are actionable steps you can follow consistently while planning, isn't you also need to be flexible. Sometimes life throws curveballs and not everything and will go according to plan. That's what matters, is that you remain focused on your long-term vision. Even when things get tough, your plan is needed, but always please keep your eye on the bigger picture. Don't let setback stop you from moving forward. Thing to consider setting goals is ensuring they are realistic. We all dream big, but it's essential to be honest with yourself. Can you really achieve your goal within the time frame you set? Is it within your capabilities right now? Will it require major changes to your current routine? It's not about making excuses. It's about making sure your goals are challenging but still within reach. Also, don't forget to track your progress. Tracking is a powerful motivator. It reminds you of how far you come and shows you where you need to improve. If you don't track your progress, you may out on something along the way. Set of weekly check-in where you evaluate and still needs work. This is a critical part of staying accountable and motivated. In the 6 months you will face challenges. You will have days when you feel like giving up, feel like giving your goal is too far out of reach. But this is when your clarity and commitment to your goals will truly make a difference. Keep pushing forward, even if it's one small step at a time. Remind yourself why you started and visualize the success you will achieve when you reach the top. Talk success is not just about reaching your goals. It's about the person you become along the way. By setting clear, achievable goals, you will not only move closer to your dreams, but you will also build the strength, discipline, and resilience you need to continue growing and succeeding in every area of your life. Building a routine is essential for long-term success. A routine is like the foundation of your house. It keeps everything stable and in place. Without a routine, things can easily become chaotic. You might have all the right intentions, but without a solid structure in place, it's easy to lose focus, miss deadlines, or feel overwhelmed. A good routine allows you to manage your time effectively, create space for important tasks, and stay on track toward your goals. When you start building your routine, it's important to understand that consistency is key. It's not about working harder. It's about working smarter and creating habits that align with your goals. If you try to do everything at once, it's easy to burn out. Two keys to take small manageable steps and build up from there. Start with the essentials. What are the top priorities you need to address every day? What activities will push you closer to your goal? Begin by identifying your most productive hours of the some people work in the morning, others feel more energetic. Pay attention to your energy levels and plan your most task during those high energy periods. By aligning your task with your natural rhythm, you are more likely to get better results. If mornings are your best time, focus on important projects or decision-making tasks first thing. If you are more of a night, I'll save more routine or less demanding work for later. The product hours start feeling in your sage with both work and rest. It might be tempting to work non-stoply when you have a lot on your plate, but remember that burnout is real. A good routine is about maximizing every single moment. It's about creating balance. Include time for breaks, meals, and relaxation. These moments of rest adjustment as the work itself to help recharge your mind and body, making you more efficient when it's time to get back to work. The next step in creating a routine is to prioritize tasks. Not all tasks are created. Some will bring you closer to your goal fast than others. It's in to distinguish between urgent task and then task. An urgent task may feel like a priority, but if it doesn't contribute significantly to your long-term goals, it's worth resisting. On the other hand, tasks that align with your success plan should be at the top of your list, even if they don't have an immediate deadlines. These are the tasks that will move the needle in the long run. Creating a routine also means setting boundary. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, emails, and the constant flow of information can easily take up hours of your day. But if you want to stay on track, you need to protect your time. Say specific times for checking emails or scrolling through social media and stick to them. You don't need to be on high alert though. So set your routine should help you manage distractions, not let them control on. Another crucial part of building a routine is establishing daily habits that support your goals. The habits don't have to be huge changes, but small consistent action that move you closer to where you want to be. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, make it a habit to exercise every day, even if it's just for 20 minutes. If you want to learn a new skill, dedicate a specific time each day to practice or study. These habits, when done consistently, compound over time and yield significant results. When building your routine, it's also to be flexible. Life hacks and sometimes things don't go as planned. Don't be too hard on yourself if you miss a day or have to adjust your schedule. The key is to keep going. A rigid routine can lead to frustration, especially when unexpected events occur. Instead, adapt and get back on track as soon as possible. Flexibility allows you to stay grounded even when things get messy. Don't forget to review your routine regularly. Your needs and priorities will change over time, so it's essential to assess what's working and what isn't. Maybe a new habit has emerged that needs to be prioritized, or perhaps you are finding certain tasks are as productive as you thought. Regular reviews help you tweak your routine to make it more efficient and align with your goals. Building a routine is not about creating a strict schedule that leaves no room for spontaneity. It's about creating a structure that supports your goals and makes your life is. By committing to a routine, you are setting yourself up for success. The consistency, discipline, and balance that a routine provides are the building blocks of long-term achieve. Opting and staying flexible is one of the most crucial skills to develop on the road to success. Life is unpredictable and things really go according to plan, no matter how much you prepare. On how didn't your efforts are challenges, changes, and unforeseen circumstances are inevitable. The key to overcoming the challenges is adaptability. Being flexible means being able to adjust your approach when things don't go as expected. It means remaining open to change, learning from your experiences, and continuously living to meet new demands. One of the most important aspects of being adaptable is the ability to change your mindset when things don't go as planned. It's easy to become frustrated when things don't turn out the way you envisage. You might feel disappointed, angry, or derailed, but instead of allowing these emotions to take over, it's and to shift your perspective. Instead of seeing the situation as a setback, try to view it as a learning opportunity. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I approach this different? By reframing challenges as opportunities for growth, you can move past feelings of frustration and focus on finding solutions. Another crucial part of adaptability is being willing to change your plans when necessary. Sometimes, no matter how much effort you put into planning, things will change beyond or control. This could be due to market shifts, changes in technology, or even global events that affect your industry. Instead of holding onto your original plan out of stubbornness, the ability to adjust new circumstances is vital. Being rigid in your thinking can limit your success, while flexibility allows you to take advantage of new opportunities, explore different avenues, and pivot necessary. When your original plan isn't working, it's sent to assess what's happening and come up with a new approach. Staying flexible also means being open to feedback and criticism. It's natural to feel defensive when someone challenges your ideas, but feedback is one of the most valuable tools for growth. When you are adaptable, you welcome feedback as a means of improvement. Instead of being attached to your ideas, you're willing to listen, learn, and change based on new. In this openness can help you refine your strategy, correct mistakes, and ultimately increase your chances of success. More over, being flexible involve embracing the unknown. It's tempting to want everything to be predictable and certain, but the reality is that life and business are filled with uncertainty. Instead of resisting uncertainty or being paralyzed by fear, flexibility means accepting that you cannot control everything. You can predict every outcome, and that's okay. What you can control is your reaction to the unknown. Flexibility means being comfortable with change and adapting to it with a positive attitude even when things feel uncertain. It's about being able to thrive in an environment that's constantly living. Part of adaptability is also having the ability to bounce back from failure. It's not the failure itself that defines us, but how we respond to it. A rigid mind would have you on mistakes. Flexible mindsetly learn failures, unable to bounce back from disappointment or failure with resilience and determination is a key aspect of success. When you to the situation and don't let set back keep you down, you are much more likely to succeed in the long term. Another element of adaptability is time management. When things change quick, it's easy to feel overwhelmed if you are juggling multiple tasks and responsibility. However, a flexible approach to time management can help you stay on top of things. Instead of rigidly following a strict schedule, learn to prioritize and make adjustments as needed. Sometimes the most important task change in priority, and being flexible allow you to shift your focus when disability to reprioritize and be agile with your time is an essential skill for staying productive and efficient in constantly changing environment. To be adaptable, you also need to be proactive. Waiting for things to happen or reacting only when a problem arises can leave you scrambling to catch up. Instead, adaptability requires you to stay ahead of the curve by anticipating changes and preparing for potential challenge. By being proactive strategy before things go, thinking mindset to be prepared for anything and gives you the flexibility to make adjustments As needed, staying flexible means taking care of your mental and emotional well-adaptability doesn't mean constantly changing your goals or plans. Just because things get difficult, it's about staying true to your core values while being flex in roaching then balanced mind. You are more likely to handle expected changes. Clarity and keeping a flexible attitude allow you to handle stress and uncertainty with resilience, ensuring you can continue to move forward. Despite challenge, adaptability is not just about surviving change, it's about thriving in it. It is the ability to move forward with confidence, even when the path clear. It's one of the most important skills. By embracing flexibility, staying open to new possibilities and learning from your experiences, you can navigate life challenges with grace, and being adaptable not only helps you handle setbacks, but also empowers you to seize new opportunities and grow into a stronger, more capable version of yourself. Learning from mistakes is a fundamental part of growth and success. It is something we all encounter in one form or another, and it's often those very mistakes that teach us the most valuable lessons. In the face of failure, many people choose to give up or become discouraged. They view mistakes as setbacks, as signs that they are not good enough, or that they have failed. However, if you adopt a mindset where mistakes are seen as stepping stones rather than roadblocks, you will unlock immense potential for improvement and growth. The first step in learning from mistakes is to acknowledge them without judgment. It's meant to understand that everyone makes mistakes, and it's a normal part of the learning process. What matters is how you respond to them. Instead of dwelling on the mistake or blaming yourself, step back and view it from an objective standpoint. What went wrong? Could you have done different? This self-reflection is key to understanding the root cause of the issue, and it's this understanding that will allow you to make better decisions moving forward. When you make a mistake, it's easy to get stuck in a cycle of self-doubt. You might think that you are incapable or that success just out of your reach. However, self-doubt only serves to hold you back. Instead of letting your mistake define it is an opportunity to learn and grow. Think about the area where you need to, whether it's a skill, an attitude, or a behavior. Focus on what you can learn from the experience to become better. Embrace the idea that mistakes are not final, they are simply part of the process of becoming who you need to be to succeed. One of the most valuable lessons you can learn from mistakes. Resilience. Mistakes will inevitably happen, but it's your ability to bounce back from them that matters. Resilience is the strength to continue moving forward despite when you make a mistake, rather than retreating or giving up. Find thus to stand back up and keep going. The most successful people are not the avoid mistakes, they are the worst. Despite the time you recover from a mistake, you build resilience, and this resilience is what will carry you through future challenges. Another lesson is that mistakes often provide clarity. Sometimes when things go wrong, it forces you to reevaluate your approach or assumption. For instance, you might realize that a certain strategy isn't working as well as you thought, or that a skill needs to be developed further. This clarity is powerful because it helps you identify weakness area for growth you not notice before. Mistakes can act as a mirror reflecting back the things you need to work on, and once you see the areas, you can focus on improving them more. Over learning for mistakes requires a shift in perspective. Instead of fearing failure or mistakes, see them as opportunities for feedback. Each mistake provides this mistakes. Through this lens, you remove the fear and shame of associated with failure. You become more comfortable taking risk because you understand that mistakes are simply part of the path to success. It's also to remember that not all mistakes are catastrophic. Often the most significant lessons come from small errors that don't seem to at first. Plus, small mistakes can accumulate over time and when understood can lead to big changes in your approach mindset or behavior. Even the smallest failure can open doors to new strategies, better decisions, and smarter actions in the future. To learn from mistakes, you must also take responsibility for them. Avoid the temptation to blame others or external fact. Plan your responsible disease action you the power to control your future outcome. Taking ownership of your mistakes is not about placing blame, but about understanding that your choices shape your results. When you take responsibility, you take control, and that control allows to make better decisions moving forward. Lastly, it's sin to forgive yourself. Mistakes of come heavy dose guilt, but self-forgiveness crucial forward. Don't let your mistakes keep you stuck in the past. Accept them, learn from them, and let them go. Holding on to guilt or regret prevents you from focusing on the present and future. Self-forgiveness is not about excusing your mistakes, it's about releasing the negative emotions tied to them so that you can grow and move forward. Learning from mistakes is a lifelong process. The key to not just make mistakes, but to analyze them, understand them, and use them to make better decisions in the future. When you change your mindset about failure and mistakes, you begin to see them as powerful tools for growth. Each mistake is a lesson in disguise, and by embracing them with a positive mindset, you will continue to grow, improve, and overcoming obstacles is a critical part of any success journey. No path to success is without its challenges. You will encounter setbacks, difficulties, and moments when it feels like everything is working against you. These obstacles can come in many forms: personal struggles, external circumstances, or even self-doubt. But how you handle obstacles is what ultimately, whether you succeed or not, it's not the obstacle itself define you, but how you respond to it. First step in overcoming obstacles is to shift your mind set. Instead of seeing obstacles as barriers, begin to view them as opportunities for growth. Every challenge you face is a chance to learn something new about yourself. It's an opportunity to build resilience, develop problem-solving skills, and become stronger in the process. When you approach challenges with this mindset, they stop being something to fear and become something to embrace. Instead of being overwhelmed, you begin to think, what can I learn from this? Or how can I use this challenge to grow? It's also to remember that obstacles are often temporary. It can feel like a setback as the end of the road, but most of the time it's just a day. To when faced with challenge, take a step back and assess the situation. What exactly is the obstacle? Is it something you can control, or is it something beyond your control? Understanding the nature of the problem can help you find solutions more effective. If the issue is within your control, think about action you can take to address it. If it's out of your hands, focus on how you can afford effective to over obstacles by breaking them down into smaller, more manageable tasks. When you're facing a big challenge, it can seem overwhelming. It might feel like you are stuck in a situation with no way out, but if you break the problem down into smaller parts, it becomes easier to tackle. Think of it like climbing a mountain. If you focus only on the summit, it can seem impossible. But if you take one step at a time and focus on reaching the next rock or ledge, the climb becomes manageable. Similarly, when faced with a large obstacle, break it down into smaller steps and take one action at a time. Another crucial element of overcoming obstacles is perseverance. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when it seems like the obstacle just too big to overcome, but those are the moments when your determination matters. It's easy to stay the course when things are going well, but real growth happens when you push through difficulties, stay persistent, and remind yourself of why you started. Focus on your long-term vision and don't let short-term setbacks delay your progress. In addition to persons, flexibility is key. Sometimes your original plan may not work, and you will need to adjust your approach. This doesn't mean failure, it just means that the path you're on isn't the best one, and it's time to find a new flexibility. Are you too of changing circumstances? without losing sight of your goals. It's about willing to and try new sachet or working lively. Goker to plan, but that doesn't mean you can still reach your destination. Support is another vital component when overcoming obstacles. No one succeeds entirely on their own. You need to lean on others for help, advice, or simply emotional, whether it's a friend, mentor, family member, having someone to turn to when things get tough. The journey more manageable. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Smets. Just talking about a problem can give you new perspectives and ideas on how to solve it. Remember that overcoming obstacles is a process. It takes time, effort, and patience. It's easy to want quick results, but true success is built over time through a series of small victory and persistent action. The process may be slow. Battery step forward, count even when progress feels minimum. Remember, you are still moving in the right direction. Keep pushing, keep learning, and keep growing with right mindset, determination, and support. You can overcome any obstacle that stands in your way. Self care and mental health are often overlooked in the pursuit of success, but they are essential for long-term growth and happiness. It is easy to get caught up in the hustle, trying to meet deadlines, set goals, and push through obstacles. However, neglecting your mental and physical well-being can lead to burnout, stress, and even failure. In the long run, just as you would maintain a car to ensure run smoothly, your mind and body require regular care and attention to function at their best. One of the steps in taking care of yourself is recognizing that self-care is not a luxury but necessity. Many people mistakenly think of self-care as indulgence or something that can be done only when their time. However, self-care is about creating a foundation of well-being that supports everything you do. It is the act of giving yourself the same level of care, attention, and respect that you would give to others. When you take care of yourself, you are better equipped to take on challenges and handle the demands of your personal and professional life. A critical component of self-care is managing stress. Stress is a natural part of life, but chronic stress can have serious negative effects on your health. It can impair your ability to focus, reduce your productivity, negatively affect your decision-making. Managing stress about recognizing when you are reaching your limits and taking steps to recharge before things get overwhelming. This can be as simple as taking short breaks through the day, practicing mindfulness or deep breathing exercise, or even taking time off to rest and reset. You might also consider activities like yoga, meditation, or journaling that help calm the mind and center yourself. Mental health just as important as physical health. It is often easier to ignore mental health struggles because they are invisible, but they can be just as debilitating as physical health issues. Stress, anxiety, depression, and self-doubt can all impact your ability to function at your highest level. Acknowledge that mental health is an ongoing journey. It's okay. Support group, simplistic friend. It's essential to address your mental well-being just as you would your physical health. Regularly checking in with yourself and identifying any mental health struggles can help prevent more significant issues down the road. Another aspect of self-care is setting boundaries. It's easy to overextend yourself when you are ambitious and have many responsibility. However, constantly saying is to every request or demand can lead to exhaust and resentment. Learning to say no is an skill. Setting boundaries means knowing your limits and respecting them. This can apply to work, personal life, and social obligation. By setting healthy boundaries, protect your time, energy only to you. It also helps prevent burnout and that you have the mental and emotional space to recharge. Necessary physical health plays a huge role in your overall well-being. You don't need to engage in extreme fitness regimens, but taking care of your body is essential. Regular exercise helps reduce stress, improve sleep, and boost your mood. It doesn't have to be complicated or time-consuming. A walk, a few stretches, or a short workout can have a significant impact on your physical and mental health. Additionally, eating a balanced diet, staying hydrated, and getting enough sleep are all critical factors that contribute to your physical health. Taking care of your body enables you to stay energy and focused, helping you